Other people opened mystery boxes for surprises, but I opened them just to survive. I pulled out a pile of useless videotapes, a divorce agreement, a volleyball, a pair of women's ice skates, and a leopard print dress. Only one package, the one marked with wings, was still unopened. These things looked useless, but again and again, they gave me hope to stay alive. The skate blades could cut fabric and even crack open coconuts. The shoelaces could tie wounds. The empty cardboard boxes became mattresses on the ground. Even that leopard print dress was torn apart by me and turned into a fishing net, but the fish I caught were tiny and smelled so bad they made me sick. Later on, I started going after crabs, but after breaking open the shell, the meat inside poured out like spoiled slime. I instantly lost my appetite. Without fire, everything was impossible to eat, so I started trying to make a fire with wood. I even added shredded paper to help it burn easier, but I rubbed wood together from day to night, and from night into the next day. Not even smoke appeared, and my hands were almost torn apart. I still failed. After being stranded so long, I could only survive on coconut meat, but while scraping coconut meat with a stone, I suddenly thought of another way to make fire. I started using dry branches, rubbing them fast inside grooves in a tree trunk, trying to create heat and ignite dry grass. But as time passed, the tree trunk was almost worn through, and there was still no fire. Suddenly, the branch snapped apart and cut open my palm. I completely broke down. I started kicking and smashing everything. I even grabbed the volleyball and threw it as hard as I could, but no matter how much I screamed, the only answer I got was the sound of waves. I could only clean my wound, wrap my hand simply, and keep searching for a way to survive. Then suddenly, I noticed the volleyball. My bloody handprint on it looked like a human face, so I used the sweat on my forehead to draw eyes and a mouth on it, and I named it Wilson. I was not alone anymore. I kept Wilson beside me, constantly encouraging myself. With him there, I found my fighting spirit again. I started rubbing the wood together once more. Finally, a tiny spark appeared, but the next second, the spark died out again. I stared at the cracked wood and suddenly realized there was not enough airflow. That was why the spark kept dying, so I got a hole and raised the wood above it, allowing more air to pass through. Not long after, flames finally appeared on the wood the moment I saw fire. I almost went crazy with excitement. That night, I built a massive fire by the shore, using it as a rescue signal. Since being stranded on that island, that was the first time I truly felt hope for survival again.